Now, friends, it's another moment of time that I welcome my soul, even as we go through what God has for us today. Today, I thank God because He has graced you, He has graced me, He has given us this opportunity that we may meet again and hear what He has for us. And today, I want to lift the Lord, to honor Him, to adore Him, to worship Him, to reverence His name, to exalt Him, because He is our God, He is Shema, He is Israel. And today, I want us to have a topic to do with children. And there's somewhere we normally miss as parents to enlighten our children and to help our children to grow morally right, to grow in a better way, to grow in a way that we can appreciate later. We can have something to glory in. We can say, this is my child. You can be proud of your child. You can be proud of what they are doing and what they are becoming. And this is the moral part of it. So the moral part of our children must be handled or must be approached earlier enough in life so that when they are growing up, their subsequent growth as they grow up, as they develop, because we are told development is the increment in complexity of a child, but growth is the increment in size. So we're talking about the moral part of it and the increment in terms of development, how they develop and how they become. So our children, they have a moral part that we need to instill in them, that we need to give to them, so that as they grow up, they are becoming useful people, useful members of the society, and useful members of the nation and the entire system, the whole world, I mean. So it's good to help them to grow in a better way. Now, there's a part called disciplining our children. When we are disciplining our children, we need to do it in a wise way. We need to have a decorum. We need to respect how we are doing it, because sometimes we end up messing on what discipline or what instilling morality in our children is all about. So we end up doing it, thinking that we are doing it in a better way, but we are doing it in a wrong way. So disciplining our children is a mandatory task that we need to do to better the lives of our children. So how do we discipline our children? Now that's the question. Now, sometimes we tend to think that disciplining our children is always beating them or always doing some corporal kind of approach to them so that they can be disciplined, but it's not always the case. Disciplining our children also need to start by respecting them. Now, this one you will ask me, how? Children need respect from us as parents. Assuming that you come in your house and you realize that there are some children with around some kind of stuffs, paraphernalia, some kind of things around they're playing with, they're using to play their games and all that, and you take it all by force and you start punishing them, or you just simply take it by force. Don't you know that you are disgracing that child? You are not doing her and good. Instead, we are doing her psychological harm. Sometimes we find them, they are playing with some things that may be dangerous in a way. It's good to let them understand the better part of it, understand that what they are doing is all right, but they are using maybe a wrong tool or a wrong item, but they are doing a good thing. It's good to be appreciative, to appreciate first what they are doing, and now and help them to do it in a better way, or to use it in a better way, or to use a better tool when they are playing, assuming they are still playful, the playful age of our children. That is year 1 or 0 year to almost 10 years plus. Around there, some children are still playful, or for 1 year to 5 years or 6, 7 alongside, you will realize that they are still playful and they feel like playing. So they might use some things that you feel like they're either dangerous for them, and you need to respect them and approach it in a better way and help them to better their play, how they can play using the right thing or the right tune. Because they need pleasure part of it, they need to joke around, they need to do them mischievous kind of plays around. They need it helps them to exercise, to grow and to learn, because learning is a process. They do mistake, they correct, they do mistake, they correct, but you need to be around them when they are playing so that you can know how to handle their play, how to manage their play, what they are using, what they are doing, and how they are doing it, so that they are doing a constructive kind of play, or a play that will help them even in future, will help them to grow straight and morally upright. So that is a very important point that we need to handle, and most of the time I realize that as parents we boycotted that point. So we need to revisit the point and ensure that our children are handled well. Another point I want us to understand is that when our child does a mistake, let us approach it head on. Do not wait, do not postpone, do not say I will handle this another time, because it is good to connect the, maybe if you are punishing your child in a way, if you are punishing your child, you need to connect that child. That child should connect that mistake psychologically with the right thing. You should connect it to the punishment you are giving, so that he or she will know that my father or my dad punished me on this, what I had done or what I have done, and it is a wrong thing. So they will connect. Do not postpone. Sometimes I see parents, they normally mess up. They postpone a mistake a child has done, and they punish a child later, even after days, in connection to that mistake. That is very wrong, because it will be very hard for your child to comprehend, to connect the two, that this punishment is related to the mistake I did. So handle the issue at hand at that very moment. And if it is a punishment, if it's any kind of punishment that is not a severe punishment, it's just a corrective kind of punishment, because the Bible tells us in Proverbs that a rod of correction does not do a child harm, but it will correct his or her mistake. So when you are doing that kind of administering of punishment, you should do it in connection with that mistake when it is still afresh, so that your child can connect and can comprehend. Do not punish your children in the name of your spouse. Sometimes we end up our spouse has done us something wrong. So when you are punishing your child, you are punishing it in the name of the mistake another person has done. You are bringing it. That is a very wrong thing we normally do. We do, but it's a wrong thing. So we should punish our children in connection with what they have done them, but not what another person has done. So you bring it into picture when you are punishing them. You will be doing your child more harm than good. Differentiate the mistake and how to administer punishment. Sometimes we don't differentiate the mistake and how to give punishment to our children in accordance with what they have done. Sometimes we either overdo, supersede, or exceed, or do beyond the mistake they have done. That is very wrong. When you give a punishment to your child beyond the mistake he has done or she has done, that is very wrong. You are doing your child harm. It should be equitable. It should connect. The punishment you are giving should go in hand with what the child has done, but not to exceed, not to go beyond, because you'll be doing your child more harm. Sometimes also overreaction. We normally overreact. A child has done something wrong, then whatever your response towards that what she or he has done, it's beyond, until you instill a lot of fear in your child, causing depression to your children. You don't need to, even if however kind of mistake your child has done, you are the mature person, you are the mother, you are the father, you are the steward, you are the custodian of that child. So you need to know how to neutralize that which she or he has done and administer punishment accordingly. Not to overreact. You overreact more than what the child has done. That is very wrong. So it should be connected. It should be in line with what she or he has done. Do not overreact. Do not over punish your child. Do not. And also sometimes what I need I need you to understand is that there are some other children who have health issues. Don't deal with that child like any other child. There are some children, when you administer this kind of a corporal punishment, it will do them more harm, because it will cause psychological convulsion of some kind. It will tamper with the system of. So you should be able to handle your child in a better way, depending on their health status, because there are some children whose health status are questionable, and they normally get affected when you administer a certain kind of punishment or when they are exposed to some kind of punishment. So you should be wise enough on how you are handling your child. Punishment also should be on a punishment or administering a punishment of any kind to our child should be on a daily basis. You should do it on a daily basis. I have said this before, but I want us to understand that it should be timely. According to the time the child has done a mistake, do not carry forward, do not carry it and do punishment afterward. But it will do your child more harm than good. So be very careful on how you are doing your punishment to your children. And also observe gender. Your children, if they are boys and girls, you also need to handle them in a wise way. Don't administer to your child punishment, a boy child, same punishment as to a girl child. There's a way you can handle the two, because they have some kind of their bodies are made in a different way, and there's a way they absorb punishment, or there's a way they approach punishment, or there's a way they feel with punishment when you are administering punishment to them. So be wise when you're handling that kind of punishment. And when your children also are playing, ensure that your children, there's some games they can play together, both boys and girls, and there are games they can play separately, boys separate, girls separate. You should also know that. But sometimes you may realize that they will start playing a game that is a boy game mingled together with girls. They are playing all together the same game. It is not helpful. So it's not helpful and it's not healthy. So you should ensure that there are those games that they need to play together, boys and girls, and there are those games they need to play together, both boys aside, girls aside. You should know how to distinguish the two. And also, give your children a listening eye. If you want to punish your child, she has done or he has done something wrong, and she apologizes in advance, or she say, "I'm sorry, Dad, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm sorry, Auntie, I'm sorry, Uncle." Please be ready to listen to your child. Do not. This is a very serious mistake we parents and stewards and guardians and all those who are taking care of the upgrowing of our children, we do. You need to listen to your children. They have a reason why they should be apologetic. They should apologize. Sometimes when you want to punish them on their evil done and they happen to apologize, listen to them and also calm down. Don't just say, "I must." It is not all about "I must punish the child because he has done it wrong." No. When they apologize, they are learning on how to grow, to be apologetic. So also learn to understand their moods. Also learn to understand them. Understand them. If they apologize, give or render them apology, because it will be good for them, it will be good for you. It will also be good for the growth of those children and even your peace in a family. So that thing must be handled very well. And also, when your children have maybe offended each other, sometimes they are crying, they have offended each other, instead of punishing them, you can also teach them on how to embrace what we call filial love and brotherly love, because we have also filial love. Assuming one child has offended another and the offended has reported the matter to you, what you need to do as a father or as a mother, as a parent, as an uncle or a steward or a custodian of the law in that family or in that environment, you should be very wise on how you are handling that, because you should not just call the offender and punish him or her. No, call both the offender and the offended, bring them together and teach them the love, why they should embrace love, why they should not offend each other, because it's not all the mistakes they will do needs punishment of any kind. Sometimes we even and there are also some punishments we normally administer to our children, very wrong kind of a punishment. You don't need to deny your children some rights, basic rights, like shelter, like food, like school, and other basic primary requirements of the children or rights of the children, you deny them because they have done a certain wrong. That is very wrong. You need to know which kind of punishment you are giving to a child. Don't give them, don't be extremist. Don't give your children punishment that is more extremist. I hope you are understanding me. Those, the young couples, the families, and all who are listening to me from wherever you're listening to me from, be very careful, be very wise when you're handling your children, because your children needs a lot of care, a lot of wisdom to handle them. You don't not there's nobody who's perfect in handling family matters or children or all that. Even as parents, we are learning something. So when we are doing it to our children, we should know that we are doing it in a impressive and in a filial kind of way, in a filial love kind of way. We should embrace love, and we should let them love each other. And if possible, let the offender apologize to the offended. That is a good way of teaching our children to grow up well. Because don't just administer punishment, corporal punishment every now and then to a child because she or he has offended the other one. No, there are sometimes you will need just to advise them and to teach them they need to love each other, and that is enough. Don't go beyond. Don't go beyond denying them food, denying them their rights, right to school, right to house or shelter, some other basic rights. That is very wrong as a parent. That is the worst extreme point you can ever go as a parent when punishing or administering immorality to your children. Be very wise, be very careful. And finally, I want us to understand that when punishing our children, there was another person who punished his child in a very weird way. When this is another mistake we normally do, friends, that I want us to understand that it's a mistake. It's a big mistake. When handling children is a collective responsibility of the society, and more so family. Because as a family, you need to have a cooperate way of approach when punishing or instilling morality into the lives of your children. Because sometimes we are messing up in a way that we are, when a child has done something wrong and the mother has taken a responsibility to punish, you realize that the father is stepping in and starting to defend the child in the presence of the mother. That is like you are causing some havoc of some kind. You let the children hate their mother, or if it is the father punishing, let him punish. But if the punishment is extreme, there's a way you can handle it. It's enough, my sweetheart, it's enough. Or it's enough, my darling, it's enough. The way you call yourselves in your house, it's enough. You can speak, it's enough, please, in a lovely way. Or sometimes afterward, you can call him or her in your bedroom or somewhere secluded, and then you correct him or her. The punishment you administer to a child was at least it was extreme. Please don't go beyond. Don't be going beyond. So that it is not that your child will hate your father or will hate your mother because when the mother is punishing the child, the father is defending, or when the father is punishing the child, the mother on the other side is defending. In the presence of the child will grow with some kind of rootedness on one parent or the other. So be very wise on how you are handling your children. God bless you. I've been your presenter. I'm your servant, triumphant GOSHEN, who has presented to you this, and I thank God because He has given us this wisdom to let us understand what He wants us to give or what He wants us to learn and know in our lives as people and as a family and as a ministries. God bless you. God keep you. Francis, triumphant GOSHEN. Father, in the name of Jesus, I pray for my listener, I pray for my follower, I pray for everyone, my Father, who is listening to me and following me, my Father, online, and everywhere God they are following me from. God bless them, my Father. Be with them or stand by them, oh God, even as they grow up, my Father, in wisdom and understanding on how to handle matters, families, leadership, and all matters, God. Let you, my Father, grow wisdom in them, that they may be able, my Father, to reach you, my Father, and to attain that which you planned for them, for the glory and honor of thy name. I thank you because you are able, you are mighty, you are King of kings, and you are Lord of lords. May your name be glorified and exalted. In Jesus' mighty name I pray and give thanks. Amen. God bless you. God be with you. Francis Triumphant GOSHEN. Find me on my YouTube channel, Francis Triumphant GOSHEN. You can also find me in that's my YouTube channel, Francis Triumphant GOSHEN. You can find me on my WhatsApp, that is NHIM GOSHEN. You can also find me on Reels, Francis Triumphant GOSHEN. Facebook Lite, Francis Triumphant GOSHEN. Follow my videos, follow what we are doing online here, and God bless you. God shall bless you, because what He is giving to us, He has set and scheduled this platform so that we may grow and grow together as a people and as ministries. God bless you. God be with you. Francis Triumphant GOSHEN. Amen.